it's the lowest you felt a Pac-12 opponent in almost 4 years shooting, Dana, and I know second chance points is probably about half of their points there still. So when you've been looking for effort and you get that kind of response, what's the feeling like?
No, I thought we played really hard. I thought we got really good minutes from Luke War off the bench. Nate played really hard. Dante, offensively, that first half was really good. And Dante in limited minutes, 10 rebounds. So I thought we played really hard. Guys did a good job. We used our bench, and I thought everybody, made a contribution. But, I always take the plus minus. You got to look at the film and see who was all in there and the circumstances. But, Luke War, without scoring a point, plus 17, and I just remember the play, he got knocked down, he popped right back up and made a stop. It was a great effort play.
You mentioned the other day all the teams that you're chasing, you still got to play. This is the first of 5 in a row against those teams. Just how do you feel about where you guys are at against entering this pretty critical stretch?
I don't know. I think we got to get ready to play the next one. I don't want them to look at it as a stretch and just the next game. Very talented teams coming up. Tough road swing to Arizona, so the guys just need to take tomorrow and get in rehab and work with Clay and recovery and try to get as healthy as we can. And I watched a little bit of Arizona the first half against Washington, and how hard they're going to play. So Thursday night will be a very difficult game for us.
Got some guys step up big in the surprise Dante injury, out-rebounded by I think 9 tonight. Or do you feel like they're starting to turn a corner that you want them to be in terms of effort, rebounding, stuff like that?
Yeah, I thought we did some really good things, being a +9 on the boards. They're a very good rebounding team. The second chance points kept them in the game. They had 10 at halftime and ended up with 19 for the game. I was disappointed in that because we could have had a great rebounding effort and not giving them a chance to stay in the game. So I am pleased overall, but looking at the film, there's a lot of opportunities we didn't block out, and our block out numbers probably weren't very good because they had 19 second chance points.
Dana, can you see yourself using that Dante-Bill rotation more now instead of, a couple weeks ago they were starting together? But
I don't know. I don't know what we'll do. Dante, just a class move, come into my office this morning and, Coach, I'm going to play, but start the same team. I'll come off the bench. We played good last game, so just bring me off the bench. He didn't have to do that. And so I know one guy, who really thinking about the team. When he said that this morning, he goes, Coach, I'll come off the bench. Those two guys started, they did a good job, so I'll just come off the bench. And I like that. I mean, I just, in this day and age, everybody wants to start, everybody wants to go out there and dance and do all this silly stuff. And, when a guy just, hey, I want to do what's best for the team. And then he comes in that first half and played, 4 for 5, did a great job. And then they went to his zone because they couldn't stop him. The reason they went to the zone is they couldn't stop Dante. So he'll get healthy now. He fell down on that one turnover and kind of bumped his knee, and I saw him hobbling a little bit, so I didn't want to take any chances there with 3 minutes to go. But he's going to get healthy. He's going to have a good stretch here.
you get a sense that this team's kind of buying into their roles and
Oh, I
playing
don't know.
for the team? That's
I'm
what-
not going to make any bold predictions about anything. We won a couple games, and now we got to get ready for Arizona. But I do like what Nathan did the last 2 games. I thought Luke War, really did a great job defensively, 4 boards in his minutes. So, I know those 2 guys bought into what I was asking them to do. And, I think Rivaldo's really taken the role of trying to get stops. So I really appreciate that. We got to tighten up the handles, a little bit. We had some careless turnovers there late again. But, And we just got to keep grinding. We got to keep getting better. And, we got some depth. And this is the time of year that it can really be beneficial to use that depth. So.
Sorry.
That's right.
What in particular have you seen Nate doing kind of markedly better those last 2 games?
Well, I just think his defensive activity has been so good. He had 3 blocks tonight. I thought he really jammed up the middle good. He contested shots for us. Got 6 rebounds in 19 minutes. So that's a big plus. No turnovers, 1 steal. That's a pretty good line. So, but I think his defensive activity has improved so much. His sliding his feet a little bit better. Got to run a little bit better. He can get up and down a little bit quicker. But he's really done a good job defensively.
How critical has Luke been for you guys, Dan? That not only when you had to play him out of necessity in November and December, but when you finally have the depth back and his minutes naturally go down, but yet he comes off the bench and does that tonight, to not just have play where it had to be there, but play where you're asking for it and he delivers something like that. How critical has he just been to this team this season as a cog in the wheel?
Well, I think he's done a lot of good things. And for him to keep his head up, he was playing and then, guys came back and his role got reduced. A lot of guys just pout, and quit or whatever. But he's stayed with it in practice. And, I kept telling him to stay ready. And then Dante went down and he played good the other night. Gave us 5 points in the critical stretch and played good against Colorado. And thought he played really hard. And I watched the film and he didn't hurt us. He helped us in every regard the other night. So tonight, I was going to play him. He earned it. And so it's one thing you still got to do is you got to earn your time. And he earned some playing time from his performance in Colorado and the fact that he kept practicing hard. And it's not easy for anybody to go to the bench. But he kept practicing hard, kept playing hard, and when he had an opportunity, he did a great job.
Is that example and also that competition a direct example to show Khalil right now?
It's for all our team. It's for all our team. You got to stay ready. And, my job is to evaluate and put the team that, as a coaching staff, we feel give us the best opportunity to win and that we'll play hard. So tonight, that was the group I went with, and that can change Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday if guys get ready. But you still have to perform. You still have to play hard. And I thought Luke did a tremendous job in the Colorado game, and he's been practicing well, so that's why he got the opportunity tonight.
What was your message to the guys at halftime?
That if we rebound the ball a little better, we'd be in great shape. They had 25 points, and 10 of them were second chance. And I think 12 of them were. I think the stats were wrong in our calculation on the bench. They had 12. So, I thought we did a lot of good things, but we gave up too many second shots. And a lot of their threes were off those second opportunities. We were all under the basket. They rebound, kick it out. Got a couple of those open threes from that.
Although your team went back-to-back and won 2 games very few times this season, do you still feel a little bit hesitant when you guys go out to play about what team is going to show up, the team that showed up tonight or the team that has showed up before that hasn't played very well?
Sure. No, heck, consistency is something that we have prided ourselves on in recent years, or the 13 years we've been here. Consistent effort, not getting too high, not getting too low. And we've had some bad performances. So, that consistency and that, you earn that through practice, and we give ourselves an excuse because we had some injuries, and that's true, but the guys that are there still have a job to do. And at times we haven't done that. So we're in the position we're in on January 28th because we put ourselves there. We haven't been as consistent as we should be. And over a lot of years, that's something I always thought our program, getting beat double figures, is not something that it's just not acceptable.
Do you
Not
feel
with
like-
this group. We got beat sometimes, and that bothers me more than anything. We had a lot of sleepless nights just because, you look over the years, not a lot of people beat us double figures. And so that's bothered me probably as much as anything. And it's bothered our former players. And they've been in touch with me about it. And I agree with them. We spent all this time trying to do something and expect a certain standard. And I'm so proud of all the guys that have left here, and whether they're playing overseas or they're playing hard, and that's our expectation.
Last question.
I feel like we're seeing the help that Keyshawn and Jermaine can give Will, where night in you don't have to rely on Will to score and distribute for everybody.
No, we really, key tonight, 2 assists, 1 turnover. Will, even on a night he didn't shoot it well, 7 assists, 2 turnovers, or excuse me, that was, Will had 7 assists. Jermaine had 4 assists. So, yeah, we get some different people with assists. Like I said, you take Jermaine's last 2 turnovers out and the silly foul at the end there on the 3-point shooter. He really did some good things. But a vet player like that shouldn't make those mistakes. And he knows that. I mean, he's a basketball guy. He knows he can't make those mistakes late in the ball game. So, but no, those 2 guys, and Brennan gave us good minutes tonight. I liked what he did. Knocked down a shot, but no, I liked what he did. So, a lot of guys trying to contribute, fight through some ups and downs, but we're going to have to play our tails off. Everybody knows that, and so we got to go down and make up some ground. So hopefully our guys get ready for that.